Good morning, everyone. My name is Reverend Hannah Capaldi. I serve as the Minister for Faith Formation here at the First Unitarian Church of Philadelphia, and my pronouns are she and her. I want to talk to the kids right now. I want to talk to the young people, and we're going to talk about something hard today because it's been a hard week in Philadelphia. I bet that you have noticed that things feel different here this week. Maybe your parents are watching more news than usual, or you are hearing about protests and marches. Maybe you've even made a sign that says Black Lives Matter. So today, we're going to talk about what happened in West Philadelphia on Monday, almost a week ago. And it might be a hard conversation to have, but as Unitarian Universalists, we are brave even when things are hard, and we believe in telling the truth. So this is a picture of Walter Wallace Jr. with his mom, Kathy. He was called Lil Walt by his friends and family because he was a junior. His dad and him had the same name. Walter loved music, and he wanted to be a musician. He was 27 years old. He had a twin, and he was a newlywed. He had just gotten married earlier in October, and his wife was pregnant. They were expecting to add a new baby to their family. Walter had other kids too. And everyone who loved him is very sad this week because Walter was killed on Monday. You know how sometimes you have really big emotions and you want to yell and you want to cry, and maybe you have hands, fists, and you have a hard time calming down. And your parents might help you find ways to calm down. This is a big part of growing up, learning how to calm yourself down. It's part of our mental health. But sometimes grown-ups have a really hard time with big emotions too. Sometimes they have so much trouble with their big emotions that they need lots of help that even their parents can't provide. On Monday, Walter was having really big feelings, and his mom was scared by how big his feelings were, and she called an ambulance to come and help her. And instead of an ambulance, 2 police officers showed up. They were both white, and Walter was Black. And even though his mom and dad were trying to calm him down, and neighbors were trying to calm him down, and they asked the police officers to know that Walter's mental health was not good that day, the police officers shot him. They shot him many times, and Walter died. As Unitarian Universalists, we are so sad for Walter's family. And we are really sad that the police officers didn't help Walter calm down. Instead, they killed him. Police officers in this country have a lot of power. Think about how we pull over in our cars when they drive by with sirens. Think about how we listen to what they say and we try to do exactly what it is they tell us. Most of us are taught to treat police officers with a lot of respect. But police officers in this country don't always treat everyone with the same respect we show them. In particular, in this country, some police officers treat Black people very differently than they treat everyone else. And when you have so much power, it is really, really important to treat everyone fairly and with kindness. And the police officers that showed up to 61st and Locust on Monday, they did not treat Walter with fairness, and they did not treat him with kindness. And people in Philadelphia are mad about that. People all over this country are mad about that. They are mad that Walter was killed by people who are supposed to care for him, are supposed to care for everyone. And we, as Unitarian Universalists, we listen to the wisdom of Black leaders in our city and in our neighborhoods who want things to be different for their families. We don't want this to happen ever again. Here is a piece of art done to remember Walter Wallace Jr. It says, Walter Wallace Jr., Black Disabled Lives Matter. Perhaps you've seen some other art around the city in his name. Making art helps to keep Walter's memory alive. And making art helps us to remember that Walter was special. Making something beautiful with paint or crayons or clay can help remind us that we can make something beautiful out of something hard. Maybe you want to make some art for Walter today too. Making something beautiful from something hard can remind us also of how powerful we are. Powerful enough to change things so no one has to die the way Walter did. Powerful enough to make Philadelphia a safer and better place to live if you are Black. This week, the grown-ups in your life are being powerful by voting. The adults in your life love you very much. We at First Unitarian love you very much. And we wish that today's story had been about something happier or less hard. But we know that it is important to tell you because we love you and because we want things to be different. So we talk about hard things and we sing about hard things and we make art about hard things. So I invite you today with your family to remember Walter and to try and imagine, use your imagination to think of Philadelphia as better and different than it is today. May we all remember Walter Wallace Jr. and imagine a Philadelphia that is better and different. Black lives matter, always and forever. Blessed be. Amen.